spotlight. This month, we're actually going to go back to the UCAP school. We were so invested in it, and we wanted to hear a little bit more about it, this time from Dr. Michael. That's what his students know him as, what the UCAP community knows him as, and he joins us. He's the executive director at the UCAP School, 75 Carpenter Street in Providence. Hey, Dr. Michael.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I was so impressed with all the programs that were offered at the UCAP school. For those who are watching for the first time and might not know about it, tell us a little bit more about the UCAP school in your own words.
The UCAP school was founded in 1989 by Rob Du Bois, who is a very respected man who had a vision for our school and for the students in our community. And the mission of our school is to intervene in the lives of students who are struggling. And we want to make sure we provide assistance and equity via our programs within school and after school to support our students and support our families. Our students, we are collaborative with Providence, Cranston, and Central Falls. And we work very closely with them to identify the best fit for students because that's what we're all concerned with, making sure that students have the best pathway that works for them to be successful.
For those who are watching right now, Dr. Michael, and maybe they are a potential classmate for the UCAP school or a parent that's watching now, in terms of the 2021-2022 enrollment period, how do you go about that?
Yeah, so you can call the current school, or you can call our school, or look on our website at ucap.org. Typically, we do presentations to the schools in front of the students. Right now, we're doing it via Zoom due to COVID-19. And we have an enrollment coordinator. Her name is Deb. And she does Zoom meetings, and students get a chance to actually see and hear about our school. From there, students are connected with the guidance counselors and provided the information for them to take home to their parents if they're interested in going to the school. In addition to that, our website, we have at ucap.org, again, ucap.org, we have information related to enrollment. You can feel free to call our school. And we will provide you with that information. You can ask for Deb, or you can just call and say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about the UCAP school, and we'll definitely point you in the right direction.
We're talking to Dr. Michael. He is the executive director at the UCAP school in Providence. And I don't know if you mentioned this already, but I remember talking to Deb about this. It's a specific grade, or grades, I'm sorry, and it's sort of a little bit of a transition. So talk about that.
Yeah, so we are a middle school where we focus on accelerating learning here. Accelerating learning in the sense of we work with certain students who may have been retained before. We provide a pathway for them to catch up and get back to their right grade or earn credit that works towards them getting back to their right grade. We have a 7th, 8th grade here with the opportunity for them to earn 9th grade credit in that sense of catching up with accelerating learning. Our first and foremost goal is to make sure that they master their content and their standards in their particular grade level, and if ready for the acceleration process, they can walk down that pathway. Our goal is to provide social and emotional supports and academic programs to help build the whole child, not just the academic side. In addition to that, we have a very good after-school program. We call it Beyond You here. We believe in exposing our students to different types of things so that they can have the information to make an informed decision about what they like or they do not like. I think that is a barrier to some of our students in our communities. They don't have a chance to experience different things, to be able to have the information to say, hey, I like this or I don't like this. So our goal is to try to give them those particular experiences via field trips, via internships, via partnerships in our communities, so that they can have, they can be more well-rounded and make decisions that impact them in a better way.
Dr. Michael, you touched on internships, and that's so interesting to me that we have middle school students participating in internships. So if you could talk about sort of where your students right now are interning.
Yeah, so right now we're not doing much of anything like
Because of
that because
COVID,
it's
that's right. Yeah,
COVID-19.
sorry, I
Yeah,
forget.
but
I'm living in 2020,
yeah, yeah.
January of 2020.
But we have a Beyond You director. Her name is Sophanie, and Sophanie is working very hard for creating those opportunities for partnerships um, for the future as we move forward. So, like, we definitely have opportunities that we're looking forward to, but right now, safety is number one. So, we're doing a lot of virtual things as we speak.
And please, Dr. Michael, add anything else you'd like for people to know a little bit more about the UCAP school.
Yep. So what I want you to know is that our students and our families, they come here, students for a fresh start, students for the opportunity, if they are behind, to have the opportunity to accelerate. I want to make clear that also we just have the traditional pathway where you can just come do 7, do 8, and you transition on to high school. So there are two flips to the coin. We support both processes. More importantly, though, I want you to know that we love our kids. We love our kids and we care about them. And our goal is for them to get here, have a successful learning experience, and build not only the academic but the social emotional side, and help them with their transition to high school. Ninth grade has the highest percentage for dropouts, and we're trying to avoid our students being in that particular category. We want our students to be successful. We want them to realize they're beautiful, they're gold, they're our gold, and we're going to continue to water them with love, care, patience, and time. And I believe in planting seeds. And sometimes when you plant a seed, you don't see, it sprout right at that moment. But you continue to water, you continue to love, continue to care, continue to be patient, continue to understand that, hey, we didn't always get it when we were kids the first time or the second time or the third time. It depends. We have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. But our job here is to make sure that we're providing multiple opportunities for success so our students can move forward and be their best selves. That's my goal. Be their best selves and graduate high school and be ready for colleges and careers. So that's the goal.
Sounds like it's all about growth at the UCAP school when you talk about seeds and planting and things like that. Dr. Michael, thank you so much. And once again, how can people learn more about the UCAP school?
Yes, please go to our website, ucap.org, or just reach out to our school. And also you can talk to the actual schools that your child attends. We're collaborative, so they are familiar with us.
Dr. Michael, thank you so much. And thanks for joining us on the School Spotlight with the UCAP school. Appreciate it.